What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, man. We're going to do a video that I don't think I've ever done. Maybe I've done this like a year or two ago, but I haven't done one of these recently. And I'm just going to go over some of like the tricks, tips, hacks, whatever you want to call them. They're not really hacks, they're more so like tips or tricks. You might know a few of these, but for a majority of them, when I was doing research, I honestly did not know like 70% of these, which is pretty insane. Now, I am doing this on iOS 12 on my iPhone 10. I'm pretty sure you can do these on any iPhone, except for devices running less than iOS 12. But yeah, let's just get into it. So the first one I want to get into is actually within Siri Shortcuts. Now, you do have to be on iOS 12 in order to do this, so kind of keep that in mind. Now, I do have a lot of stuff right here, but the one I want to focus on right now is ultra low power modes. So as you guys know, if you swipe down on the control bar, control center thing, you can see that I have the control center thing of the low power mode, but what this does is it does a lot more than that. So if you click it, it'll actually execute. No, I did not want to execute it. But as you can see, it turns on airplane mode, it turns on low power mode, it turns off cell signal, it turns off the brightness, it turns it down a lot. It does a lot of stuff. And if you click on it, then you can actually see it a little bit better of basically everything that it does. Now, of course, I'm going to turn everything back on. I'm going to turn on everything. But as you can see, it sets a lot of stuff off. And I'll go ahead and share this in the link below so you don't have to custom create it. So you can just click that link and install it. And this is really if you're like in a pinch and you have to like go somewhere, you're really on low power and you just need your phone, you don't need to really access anything, then you can just turn that on. You can even turn it on through Siri Shortcuts, so that's a really huge one. I haven't really utilized it too much because I'm always around a charger, but if you're someone who suffers from bad battery life, you can turn that on temporarily, still use your phone or the basic features, camera, whatever, and kind of go from there. Now, the next one is more specifically for the devices with Face ID. Now, when I turn this on, my life has improved so much better. You want to go into settings, then you want to go to Face ID and passcode. And then once you're there, you want to scroll down and you want to see this require attention for Face ID. Now, most likely 99% of you guys watching this, that's going to be on. But what I did was I turned it off. And what I've read before was that Face ID is improved and it's actually much faster when you have that off because it doesn't require you to, be looking at the camera or require you to be moving or whatever. And I actually like that a lot more now. The con of doing it like this is that it's a little bit less secure. So maybe if somebody like gets your phone, you can be sleeping and they can unlock your phone that way. So that it is a possibility. But for me, I don't really think that's ever going to happen. So you kind of have to play it by ear. If that affects you, then obviously don't use it. But for me, it improves Face ID and it just makes it so much faster for me. Now, this next thing is actually within screen recording. So if you have screen recording on, all you have to do is obviously, touch it to screen record. But if you actually want to be able to enable and disable some certain things of the screen recording thing, all you have to do is kind of force touch into it. As you can see, you kind of get a little bit more information. And what you can do at this point is you can turn on or off your microphone. So if you want to be able to be like talking while you're screen recording, if you want to post a video like this or something, you can go ahead and just enable that and be talking while you're screen recording. Most of the time people have it off, so that is kind of one interesting thing. Now here's one I didn't know. Now within Safari, you might be scrolling through, you might be like whatever, right? But one thing I just read about, and I occasionally do this, I want you to open up a link in a different tab, but you usually have to like force touch or you have to like hold it down and then click open a new tab, whatever. But if you actually want to go ahead and just open it in a new tab, all you have to do is just double click on the link and it'll go ahead 9 times out of 10, it'll go ahead and just open it in a new link as you just saw. And this is pretty useful, if you don't want to constantly like be holding it down and then click open a new tab, you can just quickly like do that and it's way easier. So you can do that. And I noticed that when I do this, it doesn't open up that link in a different app. So usually like if I would go click here, it'll open it up in the SoundCloud app. But there are cases where you don't want to do that. And in this case, you can just do this without even doing that. So that's really, really cool. Now, this next thing is actually in the Notes document. And it allows you to actually scan PDFs and documents through the Notes app itself. Now, before, I actually had to download apps to kind of do this. This is an amazing feature. I need to utilize it more, honestly. But what you have to do is make a new Notes app. Sometimes the keyboard will be up. You just have to swipe down. Then you'll see these little tabs down here. All you want to do is just click the plus button down here. You want to click scan documents and the camera app will open, and all you have to do at this point is just scan your document. So you just put it on the table and just like scan it right here and then take the picture, and it'll do its best to kind of figure out. You can change some things up here and there. You can click keep scan and it'll just go from there. And then once you're done, you click cancel, I guess, or whatever, discard, but you get the point. That's an amazing feature and I see myself using that way more. Now, this next one was blowing up for a super long time, but people stopped talking about it, but I guess I'll talk about it again. You can move multiple apps at the same time without having to like move or drag one at a time. In order to do this, all you have to do is hold down one app, and while you have this one app open, you can just go tap the other one. So let's say I want to move Robinhood and I want to move Hulu or whatever this one is. And you can see I have multiple apps here. And all you have to do is just drag and drop them wherever you'd want to. And I'm guessing they would drop in the order of which they were in the previous page. So as you can see, I have these here, and let's say I don't want them anymore. I can go and just tap them like that, bring them back here, tap these other two. It's much easier to do with like multiple hands, but I'm kind of doing it with one. And that's how you do it. Pretty simple. I like that one a lot. Now this is another one within Safari, okay? So let's say I opened up SoundCloud. I opened it up in a different tab, okay? And let's say I hopped out of it by accident and I actually need to go back in there. What you can do is, instead of just clicking it, you can go ahead and go into the tab section. You can go ahead and hold down the plus icon and you can see it shows you all your recently closed tabs. So all you have to do now is just click the top one and then you're pretty much set. And you can do this literally however many times you want to however many different tabs. Now, as you keep closing tabs, it's going to get more filled up. But when I did it early on, there was only one there, so it's kind of a cool thing too. Now, this is another Siri shortcut, and I will leave a link to this one in the description as well. And as you guys know, with the control center, you can't fully turn off Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but with this setting, you actually can. So if you click Wi-Fi, it'll go ahead and just run through. You can see the Wi-Fi turned off, and if you want to turn off Bluetooth, you just quickly click that. And as you can see, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are both turned off. And if you want to turn them on, you just have to click here and turn them back on. You might be thinking, well, why would I want to open up an app and do that constantly when I can just go into the settings app, and change it there? But what you can do is go ahead and just add a Siri shortcut right here. And if you want to turn off the Wi-Fi or if you want to turn off the Bluetooth, you can go ahead and do that by just clicking those two things. And as you can see from up here, they are both turned off. So again, this saves up a little bit more battery, and I actually like that a lot. And it's just something that I really wish Apple didn't do, but they took it off, so it was annoying. But yeah, I'll leave those links in the description as well. Now this next one is actually really, really awesome. I used it all the time before, but I didn't know you could do it this way. So let's just say you want to search something on the page, okay? You want to find a certain item or whatever. Let's say I want to look up Awake in Peru, which is a banger song. It didn't get enough love from me. All you would have to do is just type in Awake. And as you can see Awake, Awakening, whatever. But on the very bottom, you see on this page, you can see Find Awake. You just click that, and then it'll go ahead and find those things for you. You can go ahead and sift through them like this, as you can see. And you can just, I guess you can change the thing from here too. Let's say you want to just type in simple. It'll go ahead and find you all those times it says it on this page. As you can see, it's a lot. And I find this very useful if you're going to like go on Quizlet or something on your phone and you want to find the answers to something. You go and just quickly type it in this way, and it's just so much easier. Now, you can do this through clicking the share icon and doing it the other way, but I find this one to be a little bit better and just a little bit more easier to use overall. So I like that one a lot. Now, this next thing I'm just going to show you. I don't even feel comfortable telling you, but there's a Siri shortcut called Happy, and when you actually click it, it takes you to a picture of Phil Schiller. And honestly, like, I was going to show you guys this. I was going to share it with you, but I'm not going to share you the link to that. You guys don't deserve it. But that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button. That don't mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Salon.